how did meditation become part of your life?
Say we only got an hour?
Yeah. Well, we can run a little bit over, but I know
All
it's
right.
very late with you, so
No, it's
yeah.
good. I'm just joking because it's kind of a long story. But
It's a long form podcast. It's okay. We have the time.
right. Yeah. So meditation has become a big part of my life. Meditation and spirituality. I guess decentralized spirituality, which we'll delve more deeply into what that means.
Mm,
But because it ultimately all culminated because my whole life I've been really dedicated to personal growth and self-development and trying to have a level of self-accountability, if you will. Um, and when I was just out of college, I started reading Think and Grow Rich.
mm.
And it fascinated me because it wasn't quite to the point of like the law of attraction. Are you familiar with the law of attraction?
I think I am, but inevitably I might not be in the same way you're referring to.
Sure.
Plus, for the audience's sake, please run us through what you mean by
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, so Think and Grow Rich, kind of like the law of attraction without saying it, but the law of attraction is effectively that what you get in life, what you experience in life is a result of your own beliefs. Um, and so I noticed this kind of spiritual element to Think and Grow Rich. There was all of these affirmations, and it really began with shifting your entire mindset before you could actually, make money, grow rich, really.
Grow rich, yeah.
It is a it is a play on words, that book, because it's not necessarily growing rich in wealth, although that's what it's centered around rationally, but it's growing rich in life,
Mm,
experiencing, when you think of food that's rich, you think of something that has a really deep, delicious flavor. And so experiencing the deep, delicious flavor of life begins with a mindset shift. So, I was never able to dedicate myself so deeply, as to like a lot of the requisites that the process of Think and Grow Rich, the Napoleon Hill, recommended. But it taught me a lot, and it got me really, really, really curious. So when I did stumble along across the law of attraction, I was very open minded to the idea. Um, if you are interested in learning more about it at a pretty high level, but it explains it really well, I would watch The Secret by I can't remember the author's name, but it's a movie and that's been transcribed into a short book. It's really, really good. Doesn't quite get all of the way there, but it's really good. It's all about affirmations. It's all about positive thinking, shifting your mindset. The thing that it misses, however, is probably largely the meditative aspect, the aspect of connecting to an element of yourself which you tend to forget about, especially as an adult. We see it in our kids because they live their lives with this aspect all the time. But over time, this part of us, this really bright part of us that just does what it wants to do, it, let's see, it gets buried, it gets confused, it gets lost. And so when we try to attract with the law of attraction, we do it from what you could say is like an impure place. It's doing it from not feeling good enough. So I need more money. Maybe more money will make me I'll feel better when I'll feel better when XYZ condition is met. Kids don't have that because they're just living in the present. So, um, it, it wasn't until I started realizing that, okay, if the law of attraction says that I can build this life, and Think and Grow Rich says that I can have anything in this life, why is it that I'm having such a hard time figuring out what it is that I actually want, right? Because when I when I envision having all the money in the world, for instance, I don't know what I would spend it on. I don't know what I would do. It's just so strange. How do I not know?
Mm.
I think I want these things, but in actuality, I don't know. And so meditation and spirituality are ways of kind of finding that out. And ultimately, through that process of rediscovering one's truest, one's highest self, figuring out what it is that you actually want, and then living that rich experience that the you, maybe it's the child you, would have wished to experience, but it's the life force, if you will, within you is experiencing the world instead of the version of you who is like the fiat version of you. That's a term that we often use in the Bitcoin consciousness
Mm.
podcast and community. There's like a fiat version of you, and then there's an inner node or a decentralized version of you. And so it's trying meditation is a process through which we connect with that node and with the intention of living a life in flow with the universe, with universal flow, and um, with the with the inner child, with the highest self. So